Imagine walking through a bustling city, seeing farmers in fields, factories producing goods, ships moving across oceans, and people working in offices or shops. All of these activities, agriculture, industry, trade and services, are part of the global economy, and geography plays a silent but powerful role in shaping them. The world isn't uniform. Mountains, rivers, climates, and natural resources determine what people produce, how they trade, and even what jobs are available in a region. Understanding this helps us see why some areas thrive in certain industries, while others specialize in completely different ways. Agriculture is often called the backbone of human civilization, because it was the first major economic activity to support large populations. Fertile river valleys like the Nile in Egypt, the Indus in India, and the Yellow River in China allowed some of the world's earliest civilizations to flourish thousands of years ago. Today, agriculture remains a major economic activity, feeding billions while also producing raw materials for industry. Geography influences agriculture heavily. Tropical regions like Brazil grow sugarcane, coffee and bananas thanks to warm temperatures and heavy rainfall. Temperate regions like the US Midwest and Ukraine are ideal for wheat, corn and soybeans. Mountains, deserts and frozen tundra limit farming in many areas, but people adapt by building terraces in the Andes, greenhouses in the Netherlands or irrigation systems in dry regions like Israel. Fun fact, the Netherlands produces more than 20% of Europe's vegetables despite being smaller than New Jersey thanks to high-tech farming techniques. Another fun fact, China grows over 25% of the world's rice, showing how geography and population together drive food production. Agriculture also influences local culture, from the festivals celebrating harvests in Asia to Thanksgiving traditions in the United States. Industry refers to the production of goods, from cars and electronics to clothing and machinery. Geography plays a key role here as well. Industrial regions often develop near natural resources, transportation hubs, or large populations. The Ruhr Valley in Germany became an industrial powerhouse because it had rich coal and iron deposits. Japan, lacking natural resources, became a global leader in technology and electronics by focusing on innovation, education, and efficient manufacturing. Geography also affects energy availability. Countries with flowing rivers can produce hydroelectric power to fuel factories, while sunny regions can use solar energy. Fun fact, South Korea produces almost half of the world's semiconductors, which power smartphones and computers, showing how a small country with clever strategies can dominate a global industry. Industry affects daily life too, providing the clothes we wear, the cars we drive, and the toys we play with. Trade is the movement of goods and services between regions, and geography shapes both opportunities and challenges. Countries with access to seas and rivers like Singapore, Rotterdam in the Netherlands, or Shanghai in China became major trade hubs because goods can move easily across the globe. Landlocked countries often rely on partnerships with neighbors or extensive road and rail networks. Trade also spreads culture and technology as products, ideas, and innovations travel across borders. Fun fact, the ancient Silk Road connected China to Europe over 4,000 miles, allowing not just silk and spices to travel, but also ideas, art, and religion. Today, over 90% of the world's trade is carried by ships across oceans, with enormous container ships as long as 4 football fields transporting everything from chocolate to smartphones. Trade also makes our everyday lives richer by letting us enjoy products that don't grow locally, like coffee from Colombia, chocolate from Switzerland, or sushi from Japan. Services include everything from education, healthcare, and finance to tourism, technology, and entertainment. Geography affects services in ways we might not immediately notice. Tourist destinations rely on natural and cultural landmarks, from the beaches of the Caribbean to the Great Wall of China, the pyramids of Egypt, or ski resorts in the Alps. Cities like New York, London, and Tokyo thrive as financial and technology hubs because of historical trade routes, dense populations, and access to skilled workers. Fun fact, tourism is one of the largest global industries, generating over $8 trillion annually, and some countries like Thailand and Iceland rely heavily on it to support their economies. Services also include everyday conveniences like banks, schools, hospitals, internet providers, and delivery services, which depend on population density, infrastructure, and geography to function efficiently. Finally, geography affects economies in ways we might not even realize. Natural resources, climate, landforms, and access to water all influence what a region produces, how it trades, and what industries grow. Coastal areas often focus on trade and fishing. Fertile plains support agriculture. Mineral-rich regions develop mining and industry. And urban centers grow services and technology. Geography doesn't just shape economies historically, it continues to influence modern life, from where electric cars are built to which cities become financial capitals. Learning about economic activities and how geography affects them helps us understand why the world looks the way it does. It explains why people in one region farm rice while others mine copper, why some cities become global hubs while others remain small towns, and why the products we use daily come from people and places far away. Geography and economics are intertwined, and by studying them together, we gain insight into the forces that shape our world and the choices that will guide its future.